You want to hear about this room? Okay. Uh, it's a very long story, but last year I was trying to go on an exchange program, but it didn't quite work out, but till the very moment I didn't know that. So my dad helped me to move out, and then I had to move in. And when I moved in, I found these pictures lying on the bed of my former neighbor. She used to study design at EHU, and I was secretly in love with her style and her work. Sometimes I said that I really felt amazed by all the stuff she did, but at the same time, when I found all these works, I don't know, I felt so grateful that she forgot them, but I decided to hang them on the walls because all the pictures that I left were ripped apart. I don't know by whom, but it doesn't really matter now. So I found those pictures and I decided that it's like a perfect situation for me to create the atmosphere that I love. And of course I couldn't do that without her permission, so I wrote her a letter asking for her permission, and she said that I could do anything I want with them, but she would really appreciate and felt really good if I burned them up in a ritual fire, cursing each year and everything that is connected with it. But I guess it's our inside joke or something. But I really felt great about her giving me permission to do whatever I wanted. So I made this thing and I felt so atmospheric about it. For example, on the right you can see this skull above my bed where I sleep with a raven, and every time I go to bed I imagine I go to my grave. It sounds not funny, it's not funny, but I love it. At least that's the way I feel. You see my calendar, there's another picture but you can't see it because I'm sitting here, and the skull, which is, I don't know, very thoughtful. I guess it reflects me so much. And another, I think this work is one of the diploma final projects of my former neighbor, and there's so many things, even the colors help me to reflect, and it is so atmospheric. Some people find it depressing, I find it soothing for my soul. I guess that's who I am. I'm really thankful for her. She's amazing. I'm not living alone. I live with two other girls, and I remember I was sleeping, and I guess one of the girls went out and she forgot to lock the room. When I was turning from one side to the other, I opened my eyes and realized that the door was open, and I saw this staircase, and I saw a group of guys walking up the stairs, and I kind of tried to make myself look prettier when lying, and I realized that they were looking at me and they were smiling, and I felt, I don't know, I felt pleased with this fact. And I remembered this scene from Titanic when she was drawing her and she was lying like this, so not naturally. But anyways, straight after that there was another guy coming, and it felt like he knew that the door was open, so he entered the room and he crossed it straight away and he walked towards my bed, and I was still pretending to be sleeping. And all of a sudden I realized that he's holding a lighter in his hand. And right at this instant, he started to set my stuff on fire. There is no explanation to that. I can't make any comments, but that's how I get that. There's a scar. Weird stuff happens to me all the time. Sorry. What do you want to know? No, I've never had this experience. Yeah, I'm quite old, but no. I guess I never felt like it. It's not like I've never had a chance, but I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm confused. And sometimes I think it's not my purpose in life. And when I was 18 and I said something like that to my mom, she cried. And my father tries all the time to persuade me into doing stuff like that because I'm a girl, but it's not like principle, it's just the way I feel. And it's not something I can push myself into, so sorry. I do that all the time. I mean, it's in my nature. I collect relations, and I even have a blog dedicated to this topic, but yeah, I can give an example. So this summer I went to Barcelona to participate in international session of European Youth Parliament, and this event gathers around 300 young people from all over the Europe. And I was talking to this one guy. He was younger than I was, relatively, I guess 4 or 5 years. And we were talking about stuff that I consider to be personal, about stuff I like, about stuff I appreciate in life and I believe in. And of course I had my colored hair, and I've noticed that people use it as an opportunity to talk to me, so he wasn't an exception. And one day he asked for the permission to touch it, and of course I said yes, why not. And he touched it, he felt it, and he said this phrase which went like this: "It's so ordinary." And that's when I realized that I can implement this phrase wherever. I mean, according to my reflective nature, I started to muse upon my life in general, and I realized that everything looks mysterious, interesting, and worthy to experience from a distance. And as soon as you're getting closer, as soon as you are coming up, and as soon as you're touching it, like feeling it with your hands, with your feelings, with your heart or anything, it becomes ordinary and not that extraordinary anymore. And it gives me sore, and I kind of feel very frustrated by this fact, because I kind of see myself from a distance, and when I try to go deeper inside me, I realize that there is nothing interesting anywhere. I was happy. I was happy when I was younger. Um, I had danced for so many years. I guess altogether it makes 12 years of my dancing career, but then I fell off the stage and got a stretch in my joints, and doctors said that I could not continue dancing. And at the same time, my mom said the dancing career is not something to pursue, and she said that I have to enter college and become a teacher. And I listened to her because she's my mom and she wishes only the best for me. And I spent 4 years in linguistic college learning languages, and I don't regret it, of course I don't, but this experience has been, I guess, so hard on me. And then my grandfather suggested me trying to enter EHU, and in comparison with the European education, it seemed so different. When I came for the first lecture of Anatoly Arseniyevich, which was the nature of humanities, and I cried. I cried during this lecture. It's just being misunderstood for so much time, and then you come to lecture during your academic experience. There is a man who is much older than you are, and he is quoting the lines of a poem that was hanging on the wall for so many years, and he is saying these words in such a manner that make you understand that you are not alone. I'm sorry. I mean, I needed it. And in spite of all the difficulties and challenges that I come across being an EHU student, I still realize that I'm not alone. Even if there are no so many of us, I kind of feel related to something bigger, and I kind of understand that I experience stuff that is being experienced by somebody else. Maybe not here, maybe not right by my side, but somewhere else. I needed it. I needed it, so I'm endlessly grateful for that. No, it's okay. Next question. Yeah. Um, I was 10. I was 10 years old, and I was dancing, and I remember I spent most of the time being at the left corner of first line, and just because I was kind of shorter than everyone else, and I remember that we spent a lot of time stretching and warming up. I guess it was a special day or something, and I was doing a split, and all of a sudden I felt this indescribable sensation, and I kind of hurt myself because I was stretching really hard, but at the same time this feeling came all of a sudden, and I couldn't feel anything else. And from that moment on, I spent more and more time stretching in this dancing hall on my own, and just trying to achieve this feeling again and again. And now when I look back, I kind of feel confused because there were so many people in the room. Yes, more than 20. And at the same time, I was constantly pursuing this feeling, being surrounded by so many people. That's a strange thing because this is something personal. This is something that people, I don't know, try to do on their own, or at least with the loved ones, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I was young and I was thirsty for this feeling.